A train wrecked a spinning fire. The NFT analyzer, diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer. From New
Okay, good morning. Like what? 2 minutes early? Damn. Good morning, boys. Okay, dude, let me jump right into it. We have a launch live on Virtuals right now, and with 3 minutes to spare, I might be going in a little harder. I don't know. I don't know, guys. BM Finance is on the board now. 2 minutes to go till TGE happens, and I'm literally going to sit here and debate throwing more points at it at the last second here. Did you guys get in? I'm kind of curious who got in, who's doing like what? 450% oversubscribed is not bad. This is not bad. TLDR, collateralize your crypto. Get some USD. Go, do whatever you want with it. I like that. And I think, you see the meta going on right now. This kind of works. I threw 10,000 points at it. I might do another 10, 20, 30,000. I might. And I got a minute to decide here. What I was realizing is at the rate I'm getting points right now, 10, 12,000 a day, it's going to take me, well, I guess just a day to make it back. It's not bad. Might as well. Especially because I'm not sure I'm going to do EVA tomorrow. I think I'm going to throw another 10K points in. But man, once this goes live, a couple minutes till TGE actually happens, I got some thoughts about what this ecosystem is like right now and how far your points go and what you should be doing and, game plan. And it has changed a lot to the point where I don't think the Genesis launches are really worth doing. I think it's all secondary action, and it's like spend your points so you don't lose them, keep yourself afloat, keep yourself getting points. But I think the game right now has shifted entirely to trading secondary. I think that's where you make, if you want to make money, that's what you do. And at the same time now, because of the new voting, you make money and you earn points. I don't think the points come from Genesis launches as much anymore. Other than you can bet on things that you think down the, actually, there we go. I just said it to, hang on. I just said out loud why I'm going to make another bet on this one. Let's see if I get it in. I got a knack for doing this with seconds to spare. Are we going to get it? Did we get it? We missed it. Dude, I'm really bad at that, cutting into the last second. Dude, really bad at that. Here's what I'm thinking. Like I was just saying, I don't think you're making money on these kind of the Genesis launches anymore. You don't have enough points, right? You don't have enough points to really do damage. Some of you guys might. Mostly, like if you're playing like me, you don't have enough points to do damage on these. So you're going to be stuck holding, what, a few bucks worth? Well, good to see you, man. Dude, it's been a minute. It feels like it's been a long while. It's great to see you. By the way, okay, now that that's live and we're going to watch for TG, I'm going to try to trade it as well. Let me go through and do our proper GMs and kick things off the right way. Biggie, great to see you, man. First with dude, nailing those first lately. Drop King is here. Good morning, man. I do like BM. I do like this one, by the way. Edge, good morning. Gravity GMs, skipping holding points now that you're only getting 2,500 DAB. Also GM. And again, Raul. We're live on Abstract. Did I click? Yeah, we are live there. I think I mentioned yesterday, but I did hit gold. Really excited about that. Okay, quick points again. We're waiting for TG. I'm going to trade this, but again, thinking of how points are working now and the game that's going on, voting for points over on the Virtuals, staking platform, right? Okay, you have 10 hours, 11 hours, let's say 11 hours yet left to vote for the project, to vote for the token that you want to get, its share of 10% of daily points. Iris is in the lead. Axelrod, Whack XPT is all the way up at number 3. Swarm's around 17. We were debating doing a tweet to, encourage people to stake. And I don't know if we settled on one thing or another. I think we should. I think we need to, because I don't know if everybody, not everybody's super plugged in. They don't know that the daily points they were getting is going to change. It seems like it changed. So I think we do need to tweet out there and tell people, if you want to keep getting those daily active bonuses, stake your tokens or vote with your staked, your voting power. And it is virtual that you stake for that. Again, I think Virtuals has changed, like kind of fundamentally. The money to be made right now isn't in Genesis launches. It is down the road. It is if you get into something like BM Finance and down the road, it's like a massive platform, right? Like a platform that down the road is a $20-30 million coin, right? That's where you'll make money on these, where your few bucks goes a long way. But if you're in virtuals now to make money, it's trading these coins on secondary. No penalties, smaller gains, right? Maybe smaller gains, but they no penalty for it. If you're in it for money, that's where the money is. And also once these tokens go live, also again trading secondary. So established coins, trading them and staking for points, and then trading Genesis launches live. I'm not seeing the real reason to get in the Genesis launches. The daily active bonus points you get for doing them, it's not much. Here we are. We're live, opening at a almost 3 mil market cap. Okay, 2 mil right now. I'm going to buy some because I like this, and again, I want to trade. If this drops to around 1, I'm in. Let's keep an eye on this one here. While we're watching 16, let's see what we got here. So I ended up committing, if I didn't say it before, 10,000 points. It was about, I think, 2 virtual. Which right now let's do that the other way. 16,000. So, worth about 20 virtual right now, which is great. Why would you sell? You're not doing this to make money right now. You're not. If I sell this, I make about $20, $25. And I cut myself out of points for the next 10 days. It's not worth it. So again, we're not doing Genesis launches to make points, to make money. We're doing it for points. We're doing it to not lose our points. To make money, it's right now's the time. Right now, it's trading it when there's some volume over here. So let me watch. Let me see if there's like a good entry. I think there will be. Okay, let me keep an eye here. If this around a mil, I'm definitely buying. And dude, sorry for the like weird abrupt start. I'm gonna go back and we'll look at the market. We'll check out cookie.fun. We'll look at how points are going. Luna, good morning. Good to see you, sir. Few things to talk about today too, and I do want to review the virtuals, governance proposals. Interesting stuff showing up. I don't think there's anything crazy, but some signs of stuff that people are interested in, right? There's like a couple topics there where there's like 2, 3, 4, 5 different proposals about the topic. So something I think people are wanting, and now it's going to come down to finding the right fit. That's going to be fun. Friday's show, we're going to have a collab, or I should say companion spaces. So we'll also do the show on X, with just voice. You can join spaces. We'll have a discuss. That's our price right there. Hang on, let's switch to the minute view. But we'll have a discussion about the proposals because they are going to go live for voting on Friday. The first batch that went in that are up on the site. Yeah, I kind of like this right around here at 1.2. I kind of like it here. I think we can go further, but I don't want to get greedy. I kind of like it here. Again, Friday, normal time of the show, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Tune in here if you just want to listen in, but if you want to be in the conversation, you can join spaces. We're going to talk again DAO proposals or governance proposals on the virtual site. There's a whole bunch. There's like probably 20 proposals up now. 3 of them coming from the team itself. Miner, good morning. Miner, feels weird calling you Miner. I'll call you Mike. How's that? But Mike, did you get in BM Finance? I don't see people taking profits at a mil here, so I kind of... Man, that said, Daredevil's well under a mil. Legend well under... Nothing. There's nothing launching going over, living over a mil. I don't know. This one does feel different. You got in. Nice. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I like this one. Again, Meta right now isn't Genesis launches, right? It's doing secondary. It's doing old projects. I don't know. I kind of like this one here at a mil. Let me see. Let me see if this can come down a bit. Also, why is this saying I have no virtual? I should have like 60 virtual. All right, let's disconnect, reconnect. And then if this one's not super active, if I'm not seeing the play there, we'll just kind of roll back to the start. Okay. Maybe site's being a little tricky. Yeah, because I'm not getting a prompt here. We'll try again. All right. It's not going easy. Mike, how much did you do? And who else got in? I know a few of you got in. Anybody trying to trade this as well? Yeah, wallet's not working. Well, it's not the wallet. Claiming now. Cool. Did you go in pretty hard? Okay, we're still at about a mil. I like it here. I like it. I'm just trying to put myself my like you're trading it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to like put myself in like the headspace of other traders. I think people are feeling like I am like there's not, you know, why spend your virtual on these old tokens? Okay, here's the big thing. Here's what I think most people are thinking. Why buy the new tokens, which probably have fewer holders than the old tokens? The old tokens are the ones that are devoted probably the highest for like the 10%, weekly bonus thing. There's just so many reasons why I don't think people are going to focus on the Genesis. I think this is good, by the way, but I don't think this stuff is going to play out the same way we're used to. Hell, maybe we drop to even 500. 500 I have to be in. But like, look, if you go and double down on this token, points wise, we know you get points for getting in the, Genesis launch. We know you'll get some points for just trading a little, but staking it's going to get you nothing, right? You can't sell it after two because it's locked for 90 days. Staking it's going to get you next to nothing because like voting wise for the daily active bonus points, it's not going to get the votes. So I'm struggling to see why we want to get in Genesis launches now, unless it's something that's so special that down the road has got like massive upside. What's the upside to something like this one? Which actually, this one I see the upside in the future if it like takes off. But like anything else, like without massive upside in the future, why would people get in? And again, I like it. I think it's like no, you should only get in on the quality stuff. Getting in on the stuff just because it's a game. I don't think that was sustainable. Okay, I do kind of like here. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Dude, it keeps disconnecting the wallet. So maybe we're not going to trade it. Maybe we're meant to not trade this one today. Switch to another wallet. Why does it think this is a Solana mint or launch? This is super weird. Unless the bridge default. Oh no, just the bridge defaults to that. Okay. Yeah, dude, I can't even. Oh, here we go. I can barely get this to work. Got some points at the same time. Yeah. That's kind of the only reason to do them right now. But this is why I can't wait for Friday and to get a spaces going. Like it's like we need a good chat about how it's changed. It has changed, man. Virtual's like very, very different right now. And again, I don't think it's bad. I think it's really good. But this is not the same virtuals. And man, it's a far cry from like anybody who was here last year and buying when there was very few agents out. It's so different from that. I would like to buy some here. 800. Yeah, maybe this even settles around 600. I don't know. I don't think there's a right way or wrong way to play this one. What's up, Achilles? Good to see you, man. Okay. If I can connect, great. I'm not going to spin my wheels on this too long because you guys don't need to just watch me fumble around with a site. I don't know if it's a MetaMask thing or if this is a like a virtual website thing. I'm not sure. Oh, by the way, happy World UFO Day. That's today. It's like my holiday. Okay, let's try for 5 again. Anybody else having trouble with the wallets? There you go, Drop King. Yeah, good for great projects, new and old, right? New and old, both of them. So this might affect my game plan for even tomorrow with Eva. And there's a couple others. Like I kind of had made up my mind I wasn't going to get an Eva on Genesis, but like trade it secondary instead. I'm not sure now. I'm not sure. Okay, why don't we take it from the top? We'll get to strategy for this week because there's a couple other good launches coming. I'll pull this to the side and I'm going to still try. I'm going to try to connect. We'll give it a shot. Geez, where do we even start with a beginning like this? I don't know, guys. Hit the like on the show. We're live, all the usual places, and come over to YouTube. Subscribe over here. It's CryptoSlam. Over on YouTube. All right, let's peek at the crypto markets real quick before we get into the AI markets here. Actually, a decent morning here. Bitcoin back over 107K, ETH 2,400, Ripple 218, Solana 148. It's a green morning. We'll take it. All right, quick updates on the local front here. Virtuals, they had all these updates yesterday, right? This was part of it, by the way. I think we even touched on it early. No, actually, I think this came later in the day. But right, we got the governance system proposals, community-run platform, kind of at this point. At least the community has a voice, which is great. The points overhaul, at least the voting for which projects get that daily active bonus. That's new. I really like that one. But add to that new yapping points. You don't just get points now for tweeting. You also get points for doing video content. So actually, it can be elsewhere. It can be articles elsewhere too. But YouTube and research reports, hosting meetups, anything you do that's pushing the Virtuals brand, you now can earn points for it. They're just going to manually review it. TikTok, again, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So if you are doing content anywhere outside of X, just manually submit those. You are going to get points for them. I'd love to do points for this show, and then if we could trade and then like give it back to Swarm stakers or something would be cool. Well, yeah, dude, what they really should do is let you delegate points. I'd love for like the Swarm account to earn points that we can then give to the like Swarm stakers. Would be super cool. Love to see that. And by the way, on the proposal site, there's stuff like that. I saw a proposal that's kind of like that. So, maybe that's coming. Maybe that's coming. Little tease too. I consider this a local update, which is Vader. Looks like they're joining ACP. There you go. I mean, it's in there. Yeah. I mean, dude, you got to do you. I don't think that's right or wrong either. Oh, I have no virtual. I got virtuals. Fuck you, man. I got virtuals. Not much though. I got like $60 worth. Some more daily points or dilution for those currently earning. You mean like with all these new changes? Oh, you're talking the new yapping stuff. I don't think it's more. I think they're really tweaking it. In fact, a lot of the proposals, who knows if they'll pass or not, but there's a lot of proposals about points and changing it. So whatever it is today, I don't think it's going to, virtuals will not resemble what it looks like today in like 2 or 3 months. It just won't. So yeah, I don't know if it's in addition. I just think they're changing how stuff is weighted. So I guess we'll find out, right? I guess we'll find out. And then finally, again on the local front, but tons of speculation still about Butler. I think we're going to find out soon, but speculation right now is the Swarm agents, right, including our Swarm and the other guys in the ACP. That's how you're going to earn Butler points, and I think that's exactly it too. This is just a hunch, but I think you're going to stake these OG hedge fund agent tokens, and you're going to earn Butler points, and probably like yeah, it's probably the media house too. But I'll say, yeah, I think hedge fund for sure. It's the first one launching, so stake those, earn Butler points. I bet you that's exactly how it works. Let me see here. Isn't VVAP is that delegating points? Yeah, yes and no, it is. There's people who want to go even further. right? I saw a proposal. Somebody wants to actually let you like tokenize your V virtual, so yes, but it lets you delegate it out even further. Yeah, the value of staking anything other than virtual is changing. It definitely is. Again, it's the whole thing has been like shifted. Staking tokens makes sense. Why? Well, if the token itself is giving rewards, but otherwise all the rewards and the benefits come from staking virtual. Now that changes with Butler. You got to stake agent tokens, I'm guessing, to get Butler points. So I think that changes. I don't see a Butler line in point distribution. You have, you know what? Let me peek then. So I did yesterday. It might be gone today. Let's see if that changed. Let's see. And actually, you know what? If I have a Butler line, I think I know why. Like I've got a pretty good idea then. Butler. Nope, no Butler. Okay. So they pulled that. Maybe they didn't mean to put that out there. Yeah, yo. it's just because the site's lagged. It keeps disconnecting the wallet. I don't have much though. Yeah. Okay. Maybe they fucked up the other day with putting the Butler thing on there. Did they remove it? Yeah, they removed it. Okay, so that wasn't supposed to go out. I got Phantom. It's just because all my tokens are. Well, I guess I could import my seed. I hate doing that though, man. I hate it. First thing I'll try is removing Pocket Universe. I just don't like entering my seed phrase anywhere. I don't want to import it. But I'll take off Pocket Universe, and if that fixes it, great. If not, maybe I gotta bite the bullet and import it into Phantom. We'll see. We will see. But like what it was just doing, that's normal when you got a hot TGE, right? Site kind of gets bogged down. Quick peek at AI market here. 9.23 bill, up what? 0.2%. Nothing. Dude, it's quiet out there. I don't think it's going to be for long. We have the big beautiful bill past the Senate. Don't know if it's going to pass the House, but a lot of people thinking money printer is about to be turned on, rates lower, like really spicy, like super risk on. A lot of people think that's coming here. I hope so, boys. I hope so. Fartcoin is your top agent by market cap. Ket, Turbo, Toshi, and Awe. That's a new one, at least to me. On the infrastructure side, it's FET, Virtual IoT X, AI 16Z. I saw what's his name? Thread guy asking where Shaw is. I'm like, dude, he's gone. I mean, he's over on Farcaster, but REI. And then on DeFi, it's Cortex, Ask Venice, Hey Anon, Olas, and Griffane. And let's check Mindshare here. And Virtual's back on top. Open Ledger, Cookie, Fartcoin, and Banker. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. Quick look at whale intel at points, which this will now reflect, points committed to this new drop here. What are we at? 4.7. Well, let's say 4.5 billion points in circulation here. There we go. What was it again? Let's say 4.5 billion points. It's a lot of points out there, man. It's a lot of points. Top token gainers in the past 24 hours. Async on top. Interesting. I don't think I saw an update from them. Doesn't mean there wasn't one, but up 32%. Manikai up 23%. Boy, I want to spoil something. I probably can't. ADM up. Gloria and then Sentry. That's your top 5 gainers in the past 24 hours. Your top 5 losers. This is interesting, man. We're watching for strategy here with the votes, right? Are people going to exit coins that they don't see, getting the daily active bonus points out of? They don't see a ton of upside. Is now the time to get out? Ether, your top loser. Victor AI, Biz, Solace, and Nancy. Interesting. Like really interesting to see some of those right there. Some of those were like some of our hottest launches. Top agents, let's say top volume. Game on top, Axelrod, Rabita, Mamo, and AI Dog. Anybody else doing some numbers? Luna Vader, Iris. Again, async. I wonder why. Let me peek here. Wow. Yeah, what the heck was that? Interesting. Yeah, Sovereign. Oh, dude. Um, so can anybody add to the beta site? You don't need to get virtuals to list you there. And but like Sovereign, I know you know. By the way, dude, your posts are excellent. I think you're like damn near, if you're not at the top, like top few people doing content on virtuals, like great stuff. Um, yeah, stay tuned for some Mankind. I fucking, why do I say shit? I shouldn't say shit. Anyway, I don't know what's up with asynchronous. I don't know. What's up, Zeesh? Good to see you, man. Oh, dude, I can do it too, huh? I should, dude. It makes sense. It does make sense. I mean, everything's going to be on ACP. Everything, absolutely everything. So it makes sense. Zeesh, I dig your video with the bees. I don't know if that was this morning or what. Okay, we already looked at this. We see, again, Iris Axelrod, Whack XBT. I don't think it's going to look so different here. It's guys, Friday's going to be so fun. Like while we're going to talk about proposals, in case anybody's just joining on Friday, we'll have a spaces along with the video show. So we can all together talk the proposals, right? Governance proposals. But I do think we should talk points too, right? It's going to get really interesting watching how people play this system. Like, look, right? Everyone's voting for their bags. Well, do you think the whales are going to like collaborate? Do some like, this is going to be some fuckery, right? Like go find like a tiny market cap token, but one that's like still decent, right? But tiny market cap token, buy up a ton of the supply, and vote for that one to get bonus points, right? This is what some of the virtuals whales are probably going to do. Why wouldn't they? Go find, let's find something with a low market. I mean, hell, let's say Manikai, 781,000 market cap. What if these guys are like, we're going to go pretty hard at this one, get a ton of supply, and we'll vote up this one. Why wouldn't they? But especially if you can find something that's tiny market cap, like 300K. Why not AppDuck? Why not the whales go hard at AppDuck and vote that one up? And they win on two sides, right? Especially, okay, perfect scenario would be if they can find a token that's unlocked. If you can get if you can get a bonus for unlocked tokens, which you can, find a token that's unlocked, vote that up like crazy and dump it while other people FOMO in to get the points, right? Whatever. Just coming up with some scenarios, and I think we'll see it. We'll see it play out here over the next, few weeks here. But it's going to get interesting. And again, I see way more value in secondary now than I do on Genesis launches. I'm not seeing it on Genesis. Speaking of Genesis, though, BM Finance up to 962K. Well, can I get my wallet connected finally? All right, I'm getting excited. It's time. We're good. Zin goes in. Dude, I can't wait for Friday, though. I can't wait. Cats won't be here, which is a bummer because I know Cats would get chatty with me about it. But I do think Friday's the perfect day for it and should be an every Friday thing. In fact, Sovereign, again, with your great takes, would love to have you come join that too. So again, Friday, we'll do a spaces. And Zeesh, yeah, you come as well, dude. Friday, we're going to do a spaces. So same time, right? And still on video, but I can do a spaces at the same time. That way we can chat. We can actually discuss proposals. Yeah, and in case anybody missed that, again, community can now submit proposals for virtuals. If you're a virtual staker, you can create proposals. You can vote on these things. There's some really good ones up here. But on Friday, voting is going to go live for most of those. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Nice. Very cool, man. And I'm going to ultimately, I'm going to make, Friday we'll do in the morning, especially because it's a holiday here in the States. I was going to do it a little later so we could actually really get into it. Going forward, we'll just find the day that works best for people here. I really want to turn that into something at least once a week, doing, again, hardcore dive into proposals here. Christian, good morning, man. We'll come back to this. I do want to spot check some of the more recent launches here. Get a good feel for, what's moving and how much. Here's Barvis. This thing fell to 330K. Not great. This is what the space is giving us now, though. This is what Genesis launches look like right now. 300K, 400K. Daredevil, same thing, right? Is BM Finance going to fall to that level? I don't think so. I think BM Finance is actually better, different. It's not better. It's different. It's something more in the vein of DeFi or DeFi or TradFi, which this one kind of is. People are going to speculate on that a little different than governance for a soccer team or, like a mobile sports betting thing. So I think BM Finance actually is pretty interesting. Again, right here at a mill, I like it. But if I'm spending my virtual, I'd probably rather go buy Swarm or an OG token or whatever I think is going to get bonus points, because I know this is not going to get me bonus points. So I'm only buying it to swing trade right now if I buy it at all, right? So maybe with that said, I don't touch it. Maybe I go look for the tokens with the highest volume like we just did before, right? And then that's the only thing I trade. Again, if you want to trade and make money, it's go find the high volume projects. It's your best bet. And by the way, I'll go in shill mode here, but I absolutely believe in this. If you're going to go trade and make money, where's volume? There we go. If you're going to trade to go make money, you need Copilot. By the way, I've got a new version of Copilot. I think not installed, but I swapped back to the old version to record a little demo video. But dude, the new metrics that are coming, which you got a sneak peek this weekend, they're really awesome. But when I don't have this installed, I miss it. I miss it so bad. You just get so much more at a glance now with Copilot in here. It's not even the same experience. With and without, it's not the same anymore. So I'm looking at game here. I still need to understand what the contract stuff is. If that's automated, or bots buying, selling. And I think that is what it is. Tons of volume coming from that. But I'm still looking, guys, for smart money. I'm looking for the smart traders. Let's even go $2,500 because this is a big boy token, right? So we can do buys and sells. But I'm looking for smart money coming in and trading I'm looking for people throwing big money at it or selling. I want to see smart guys who are selling. And that's how I'd be playing virtuals right now. Secondary with Copilot and trading the highest volume tokens here. Again, if the game plan is to make money, this is where you do it, I believe. Now we'll see tomorrow. EVA is going to be pretty telling as well. One of the hottest launches we've had in probably a couple of weeks. Let's peek at that too. Okay, so we saw Barvis. Actually, Barvis up right now. Good to see. We saw Daredevil. Again, BM. Here's Legend. 700, almost 800K. Pretty decent. But what's coming up and how are we allocating? I'd love to know from you guys, how hard are you going at EVA tomorrow? That's our big one, right? EVA's tomorrow. In 26 hours from now or so? 25, 26 hours from now. Guys, I'll be honest, I might skip it entirely. Definitely want to trade it. I really think they're going to have a Binance listing still. I believe it. And I was chatting with a buddy yesterday too, and it's it might be Binance Alpha listing, which isn't the same, but still it's a tweet. You still get a tweet out there that says Binance listing, and I think they're going to have it. So I definitely want EVA. I just don't think my points will go far. Right? I'll probably get $5, $10 worth. It's not worth it, I don't think, to spend my points, especially when I think everybody else is going to spend their points, I think. So instead, I think I go all in on spread, which I think checks a bunch of other boxes, right? And I do want to save points for Go Hacker, which is in 3 days. So what is that, Saturday? So Saturday we got that. And then Lily's also on Saturday. These two, actually in this one too, guys, on Sunday, Zay, whatever the fuck. There's these three right here. Guys, I want points for those. I'm sure. I think everybody's assuming EVA's going to be super oversubscribed. I'm not sure if it's going to be record setting, by the way. I'm not convinced of that. But Spread has got a VPN partner, right? Wait, pretty sure. Am I making that up? No, I'm pretty sure. No. I did get it mixed up. They do not have a VPN partner. They have a founder, though, with great experience, something like 80, 90K followers. I think it's this dude here. I want to bet on that. Prediction market, guys. I'm betting on these predictions. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Almost 500,000 followers. I want to bet on prediction markets. Although, you know what? I'm glad we peaked again. Like, I just want to look at engagement and see how real it seems. Okay, if we're getting like 5 likes on tweets, I'm not sure if it means quite the same. It's so easy, especially back in the days, to bot up your following, right? Eva on secondary, Biggie, yeah. Yep. On secondary. Yep. Yeah, yep. And Zeesh, I don't know if you heard this the other day, but I remember back when the Fallen launched, there was all this behind the scenes like talk from guys, close to the team, on the team, whatever. They're like, there's a Binance listing coming. They talked about a token all the way back then. I think this is the token. And I still think Binance listing coming. So yeah, I'm pretty damn sure that's happening. All right, so this one here, again, the prediction market one, spread. It's not good engagement on this dude's tweets. So that 500,000 followers, I mean, it's still 500,000 followers, but I don't know if it means anything, to be honest. I do want to bid it. I do think it'll complete. Maybe I'm a little less bullish on it than I was. But then again, right after that, Go Hacker top 10 virtuals hackathon finisher, B&B hackathon winner. This one will be legit. This will do decent. I don't think it's going to cook, but I think it'll do decent. Lily still's got that X factor, man. Carbon, good morning, man. Payment rails on virtuals. I think that kind of stuff is coming, like VPay. I think stuff like that is coming. I actually think BM Finance is, maybe it's not rails, but it's in that ballpark. Zeesh, I'm looking out for that kind of thing too. I think same wavelength here. But VPay, I think, is that. And I do think that's getting actually, they keep delaying. I'll pull up VPay. They keep delaying and delaying. I think they're getting ACP ready, and I think they're going to be a big player in ACP. Maybe I'm just like fantasizing that, but I think it's true. Again, Lily, NSFW agent, same with the ZIA or Zaya, whatever. NSFW projects. This one also big founder. I think interesting meta. And Lily just feels like it could be a meme coin. It could. They like whoever's running that account's pretty good with the engagement. I'm probably gonna play Lily. I'm probably gonna play that. Let me show you VPay though, because I think this one's super spicy. Super long lockup, right? Like months. So like 4-month lockup. Am I mathing right? Yeah, 4-month lockup. It's an AI powered bank. I would love to get VPay on the show. Love. But check it out. AI-powered Omnibank. USD accounts, card issuance, intelligent automation, and token utility via the Virtuals protocol. I think they say ACP in here somewhere. Anyway, I like that one a lot. Yeah, VPay. I'm just hoping that they kept they've delayed like 3 times, and I think it's to get it like really, really ready for ACP. I hope it's not just that they, don't know what they're doing. Instead, it's just that it's like they got to put time and attention to this stuff. But site looks good. It all looks good. Actually, is this one of those generic-y looking sites? It might be a little bit. It might be, but I think that's okay. I definitely have 2 weeks out points that are going to go into this and maybe pretty heavy. Here's the VPay account. Not many followers. Well, there's the agent, I should say. Here's the VPay account. Who's following? Whalen. I look for stuff like this, man. Is Whale Intel following because there's maybe a partnership or collab? Who knows? But, I think we all look for stuff like that. Dude on the team here, 31,000 followers. Does he have good followers too? Probably does, right? He's probably like decently connected here. Bored Ape. Well, he's an ape, so they're following. Gordon follows him. I think that matters less because he is an ape. But anyway, I think VPay makes a ton of sense to gamble on it, right? Like bet on that because it makes sense. We know that if it's not them, it's going to be somebody else, right? So the idea makes sense. Do they execute? Is it them? Don't know. Anyway, I dig it. But that's what's coming up. Yeah, I think Eva, I'm skipping. I think Eva, I skip. I buy secondary, and my points are entirely budgeted for those others around it. Lily and Zaya and Spread. And there's one other in there. I think that's the play for me, at least. And my main focus is not going to be Genesis. It's going to be secondary. Oh, Go Hacker, that was the other one. Yeah, again, I like these. There's some good ones coming up. Let's see if the rest of the space kind of misses them. I don't think they will. I think everybody's pretty dialed into what's going on here. And I'll show again what's going on is like everything's changed. Where did I put the governance stuff? Hang on, let me pull it up here. Damn, I was going to try to keep it 30 minutes today. I don't know if that's even possible. There's just so much going on. And it's even slow right now too, right? Like it's a slow period for virtuals, and I don't think I can keep this 30 minutes even now. So let me do this. Again, Friday we'll do spaces. We'll really dive into these there. In fact, Friday's show might have to be earlier, right? So if I start at 9 a.m. normally, Friday I might have to start at 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. Right, again, it's a holiday. I know we're going to a parade or something for the 4th. So I can't really go extra long. I might have to just go early. Anyway, here's a quick look at what's on the board here. I'm going to point out some stuff that has like stood out to me. Well, I mean, here's one that leaned into. I thought this was interesting. There's no way this passes, but the spirit of this I think is interesting, and this has more to do with like I think delegating your points or your virtual stake position, and I do kind of like it. Proposes converting staked virtual positions into transferable NFTs, and then you can sell those. Again, I like that. Right? I like tokenized Uniswap positions. I like those. I think those are cool. They do a ton of volume too. I like it less for trading the value of the stake position. I like it more for tokenizing your V virtuals. I mean, I guess that's what it is. It's your V virtuals. I like it. I would like it if they're not sellable, but you could transfer like the power that you get from it, like the voting power. And let's say you're holding that NFT, you are also accruing the benefits while you're holding that. So you're accruing, any airdrops that would go to people. You're accruing, whatever else you get from your V virtual. I actually like the idea. I don't think this passes yet, but I think it's worth having these conversations about it. That one in particular. So I like that. There are a lot of proposals about giving back more to virtual stakers. I think most of the ideas are really silly. I think virtual stakers are getting enough. Like, sure, great if they get more, but there's tons of proposals and they're all pretty weak. Both for allocating more points to virtual stakers and I mean, there's a proposal in here to create a USDC virtual pair, and that the fees that are earned on that pair, on that LP, are given to virtual stakers. I don't know who would use that LP if it's charging more, and I'm not sure I get that one. This one, okay, reform TP cooldown. There's a couple of these. I think there's 2 or 3 proposals like this, and I do think one of these at some point will pass. I don't know if it goes in the first round, but I think we all agree the cooldown isn't great. I like something like this, that your cooldown is based on what percentage of the Genesis tokens you sold, right? Your percentage that your allocation amount. If you're selling $2 worth, should you be on a 10-day cooldown because of that? I don't think so. Would it like a 2-day, 5-day cooldown make more sense? Yeah, I like that. I don't think this is a perfect proposal, but the idea of that makes a lot of sense. Penalize the guys who get max allocation and dump max allocation. Penalize those guys. Give them a full 10 days. In fact, this one's got it more, 30 days. I like that. But even more than that, I like, a shorter cooldown for people who are getting, less tokens or selling less tokens. I think that's fair. There's multiple proposals in here for early unstaking. So not 14 days, right? Maybe you can unstake it after 2 days, but you take a hit. You get penalized for that. I like that. That makes a ton of sense. Again, it's another one of those things I think we'll see passed. Do we see it passed, right at the beginning? I doubt it. But I do think something like that, as we have more conversations, the right version will be proposed and one of those will pass. Virtuals, adaptive governance, and resilient ecosystem. It might be this one or there's another, but it's talking about forming almost like clans in the virtual ecosystem. It's like really gamifying the experience. Letting the clans earn reputation and points, and it is part of governance too. It's interesting. I don't know if that one was it. Bug to earn, I like. I think that's probably coming from that dude like TD, who does like a whole bunch of research and tracked all these wallets that were farming points inorganically. And he never really he got some points. He wanted to be rewarded more. It probably came from him. I like it. A bounty program, I like it. Here's the factions. There we go. Formation of virtual syndicates, factions. Just a way to gamify the proposal system and the DAO. I like it. silly stuff here. KYC. They want to KYC anybody getting points so that way people can't really farm it inorganically. I get the spirit of it. No way in hell should people KYC for this stuff. I do think there should be some more reputation-based stuff. I do think like something like our reputation metric probably should come into play somewhere. You know, I do think it should for airdrop. Should it for points as well? Kind of think so. So again, I like the spirit of that, not that version of it. Another unstake penalty. Here's more rewards for virtual stakers. Again, there's a lot of those. This one wants to get like wrapped Bitcoin rewards for staking virtual. Like never going to happen. I think that's the USDC pair one, right? You use that to like buy wrapped Bitcoin. Won't work. Another staking duration one. Let me refresh myself on this new loyalty system. Oh yeah. It's like a redesign of the daily active bonus stuff. Again, like it. I don't know if something like this drastic passes so quickly. Like these things got to marinate probably for a few weeks, and we got to have those conversations. Again, the perfect proposal has to get submitted. That one isn't it from what I saw. We'll review it again Friday and see. Increasing Virgin point allocation to virtual stakers, decent proposal, right? Good enough to pass. We'll see. What else here stood out? Again, more incentives for virtual stakers, especially the people staking max, like the 2-year thing. Again, I liked some of that stuff. I think virtual is given enough right now, but you know, trying to get more, sure. Delegated voting for V virtual holder. I like that a lot. I do. All right, we see people selling their voting power on Cato. Why not here? I do think we'll see one of those actually happen. And the ones that I expect to pass are the ones that come from the virtual team, right? Establishing the ecosystem grant system for Virgin Labs. This one's really cool. At certain FTVs for the virtual token, they unlock money. They unlock millions. So when FTV hits 10 mil, they unlock, I think 2% of the token, of the virtual token. When it hits 20 mil, 30 mil, all the way up to 40 mil, that's their like unlock targets. And again, each time they unlock like 2%. And I think altogether it's up to like 6% of the virtual token supply. I like it, right? This is all designed to get them to build things that push the price of virtual. I like it. We'll probably see that pass again because it comes from the team and it's a good idea and it's the direction they want us to go. I like it. We know they talked about sniper protection. So it's refunding the team for the previous sniper protection stuff. It's building out a mechanism so the community, virtual stakers, vote on what launches get sniper protection, and it's to fund that stuff. So I like that too. I'm sure that passes. And an ecosystem growth foundation. That one to me kind of ties with the Virgin, one, but maybe they're a little different. Again, I need to still research more and prep for Friday's show. But those three, I don't know if I'd be surprised if any fail. I don't know if I'd be surprised about that, but I do expect all three to pass. I just do. And again, I think the team probably holds a bunch of tokens, so has a big voting power, and that's their proposals. Not a lot of great stuff on the board. Like a few good ideas still need to be iterated on. And again, I think we'll see some tweaks to unstaking cooldown, penalties and periods. I think we will see changes to how points work in general, right? I don't think we see it now, but I do think we'll see it. We see a couple iterations here. Rewards, again, couple requests or proposals for that. We'll see tweaks to all this stuff. So decent stuff. There's decent stuff being submitted. At least we see, what people are thinking, where Virgin's heads are at. So pretty cool. Again, Friday. We'll do a spaces to talk about this. You guys come up, chat. Need your thoughts on it as well. Anything else standing out to me? Let's do another check-in on BM Finance. We'll hit some quick headlines out there too. What's BM at? Still and just hanging around 900K, right around a mil. How's our volume looking too? It doesn't feel like there's a ton of volume on this one, right? Here, why don't we peek at this on Deck Screener as well? I like their ticker, by the way, money. It's good. Okay, volume. We're looking at, just 86K. Wow. Okay. hang on. Yeah, okay. It used to count like the creation of the LP, I think. I think it used to count that as part of the volume. It doesn't anymore, or I'm wrong and it never did, and there was just way more volume out of the gate, and that's gone now. It could be that, but I mean, there's only been 86,000 in volume. I'm used to seeing on a lot of these like hundreds of thousands, like out of the gate. Again, I just assumed the LP being created was part of that volume. I think I'm wrong, or or they changed it. So we'll see. What else we got? What else? All right, some quick updates, headlines. Gloria partnering with Kosher Capital. Really like this one, man. I always like the idea of teaming up or partnering up news with market intelligence, right? We did that with CryptoSlam and Forecast News, right? We did that years ago. Doesn't exist today, but it goes hand in hand, right? It does. So nice team up there, nice partnership. I dig it. Probably has ACP implications as well. Again, everything will be ACP. Yeah, I dig this. I dig it. Good partnership here. Gigabrain update for their alpha community that's holding 1 million plus brain token. More auto trade slots in testing. Agentic strategies coming in a couple of weeks. They're scaling their infrastructure, fixing some bugs, and no fees for the next 2 weeks. Cool stuff. I like Gigabrain a lot. Also, guys in the hedge fund, Billy Betts with some big updates yesterday. Some big X. Mike, wait, hang on. Let me see. So what is this one? A 5-6x? Yeah, dude. You know what? Yeah, probably. Yeah, 5 or 6x. Yeah. Because what are these launching at now? Let's double check. Let's check. Come on, my mouse is cooked. These launch at 170K market cap. So yeah, I think we could say a 5-6x. Yeah, absolutely. It's not bad at all, dude. Not bad. So hey, that's another. If you got max allocation, you sold out of the gate. GG's. That's worth doing. If you get $5 worth, you're selling for 25 and you put yourself on timeout for 2 weeks, just doesn't make sense. Doesn't. So this system is right now really tilted in favor of those whales. It's not bad either. It's just, it is what it is. That reminds me, there was a proposal here I didn't love. And it might have been one that, I think it's one I pulled up here. It was one of these points overhaul proposals. And like TLDR, they wanted less yapping points, which I like too. I kind of like it. They wanted more points based on like the risk you're taking on, right? So the more money you have in, the more points you should get. I don't love that idea. Like I get it. Even like Blue Decks had made a post a couple days ago about the same thing. Those taking on the most risk should get the most rewards. I agree, I do, but I'm not totally there. I still am that guy who believes, on the blockchain is a new way to do stuff to like rebalance things. And I do want a way that I want something just like Virtuals is doing, dial it more in favor of the little guys, right? Definitely reward the guys throwing big money, but give everybody else a shot like that's bigger than the shot they normally have. There's the right balance there. And in the proposal I saw, again, I got to remember which that was. Hang on, I got an idea. Or I think I know which one. I made some notes already. Yeah, geez. All right, my notes might suck. No, here it is. Loyalty 2.0. Notes don't suck. It's this one. Yeah, so we had pulled this one up already. So it's like limiting the yapping stuff a little bit. And again, rewarding people. Pretty sure this is the one. But again, rewarding people who have got more on the line. Again, it does make sense. That is normally how things work. I just think that you balance balance it more in favor of the little guys. And that's speaking as a little guy, right? It's just me like, wanting that for maybe it's me being selfish, sure. But I always thought that was one of the cool things about doing stuff on chains, like royalties, like, any of these things that, just tilt the balance a little bit. So yeah, Billy Betts, dude, a huge update yesterday. Nice. We'll peek at that at the end here. Okay. June performance. Okay, so going over his record here in June, almost a 55% winning record, pretty cool. Wagered almost $200,000. One more than that, right? So won 210,000. Pretty good. Hey, dude, making money is awesome. You start scaling that thing, and that's the shit. That's the thing that disrupts, different industries. It's cool. But the big news out of Billy Betts was their official announcement that they're moving from Solana to Base. We knew that's coming, right? Bunchu on the show, and he said that. He all but said it, right? It's official now. Announced on Discord. I didn't see it on X, but in Discord, they posted that there. What I was told, I didn't see it in the post, but they're also increasing the token supply by like 500 million tokens, which is a ton. It's a lot of extra tokens if that's true. I'm not in the Discord. I didn't, I didn't get to review it myself, but okay, coming to Base, awesome. And building out a reward system, I like that a lot too. But is that now coming from these new tokens? And man, that hurts current holders a ton. If token supply is increasing by that much, I again, grain of salt with that one until we verify it. But Sovereign, I don't know if you're still here, man, but did you get that from the Billy Betts Discord too? Like, are they increasing token supply? I'm guessing it's at what, 1.5 bill then? But it's a big old update. It's pretty cool. There's their, referral bonuses. Are they getting any yapping too? 10% of token supply is going to be rewards. So volume. Oh, okay. So you're going to earn Billy just for betting. That's cool. Referrals, staking. Yeah, again, I like it. Do you want to verify if they're increasing their supply? Oh, yeah, here it is. Yeah, okay, he got it. Okay. They're giving, 34% of the token supply, so almost, okay, maybe this was like misunderstood when I was told. Maybe it's not increasing the supply, but it's almost $500 million worth of token is going to the virtuals team to control, or the virtual stakers. This is, oh, guys, I'm being stupid. Sorry. Totally unrelated post, I think. Yeah, totally unrelated post. Okay. So, dude, I wonder if the person who like gave me that heads up, maybe they kind of mixed a couple things together too. Maybe they read this and thought the supply was increasing, and it might have come from Sovereign's post here. When was that posted? Let's see. Last night, yeah, but he might have read this post and just kind of got some things crossed. We'll see. I'll double check all that. But cool. If they didn't increase supply, and it kind of sounds like a weird thing to do, so I don't think they did. Then awesome. A few other updates, guys. More drama with Meta and OpenAI. You got Sam Altman talking to his team now, right? They had some of their big-time talent poached by Meta. And Sam Altman, not clapping back, man, but, sharing some thoughts and talking about how dirty it is and how he feels like the best days are still ahead of OpenAI, and probably agree, right? How do you not? But such a spicy story it is. So interesting to see. What else we got? Premier League. Partnering with Microsoft, Microsoft's Copilot. So Microsoft's going to be their official AI partner, cloud partner as well. But I mean, guys, behind the scenes in the world of sports, they've been using AI for, their statistics and everything for ever, decade plus. Like yeah. But more and more and more, you're going to see it, and that's why Legend is actually an interesting play, right? Again, using AI to help manage this soccer team. It's pretty cool. Makes sense. On X, they're releasing an AI note writer API, so you can develop, I think, agents or bots, right? You can make these bots that'll do community notes. And I'm assuming there's some type of earn mechanism if your bot is making helpful notes. So another interesting update there. And what do we got? Let's check on that virtuals token then, and we'll wrap it up. Let's see. Virtual. A buddy of mine messaged me. It was our friend Confusion over the weekend. I think he even tweeted it too, but Virtual is like running this weekend. He's like, well, I wonder what's going on over there. It seemed like people front running all the staking news. Probably, maybe. I don't know. Am I on the right token? Yeah. Looks like it. Yeah. It's a 1 hour candle right there. So yeah, virtual cooking right now a little bit. It's good to see. Hoods, good to see you, man. 48 hours, no data. The truck house, dude. Man, okay, you didn't miss a ton. I'm trying to think if you missed anything big, but no, I don't think you missed anything crazy. I think you're good, man. I think you're good. Any final updates? Just be ready for Friday. I'll certainly be tweeting that out there, especially because I think it's gonna, our Friday show will start early. But guys, again, we're gonna dive into proposals. Probably pick out what I think the way I'll format it, like, I'll curate, I think, the top 5 proposals, what I like about them, what I don't like. I'll pick out a few others that I think, even if they're not going to pass, they're the right idea. So it's a lot of talk about what we did today, but it's more for us to have a discussion around them. And depending on what time these go live, we might actually see the voting happen while we're live. So again, Friday, probably 8 a.m. Eastern time is when we'll start the show instead, just so we can get this in. So be ready for that. Again, I will tweet about that. And there was one last piece of news related to the big beautiful bill. Again, passed the Senate. Not sure if it's going to pass the House. In that bill was a like a regulation. It would prevent states from regulating AI. Right, that would be done at the national level. States would have no control over that. That's removed from the bill now. So states can regulate AI on their own, which gets really interesting for somebody like OpenAI or, anybody building in AI. The rules in one state are not necessarily the rules for another. I don't know. Good for states' rights, not great for innovation, right? Just makes it that much more challenging for people who are building stuff. So interesting. Pretty darn interesting. We shall see. Guys, if you have your swarm, make sure you get your votes in on the virtual site, right? Remember, this is new, but you do have to vote for the tokens you want to get that 10% daily active bonus. And again, swarm last I saw was at 17. It's decent. I think about 1%, let's say 1.2% of the daily 10% points will go to swarm. If this is locked in right here, right now, which there's 10 hours to go. It'd be great to get that up to 5%, 3, but whatever the number, we're going to be grateful for it. But the higher, the better. It's the more points for a swarm staker. So should be cool. I don't know if the team tokens can be staked. I'm sure that's been looked into or is being looked into. I'll certainly check out too, but 1% is not bad at all. We'll take it. Anyway, there we go, guys. There is your update for the day. Man, smash the like on your way out. Another reminder to come over to CryptoSlam on YouTube and subscribe over here. Maybe live again later today, not AI related, but I want to cover the FX hash launch today, which is their FXH token is live. You can start buying artist tokens, and there is a big art drop today too. So if I'm live during that, it will be on the CryptoSlam channel. It's on X. It'll be on the CryptoSlam account, not on the Swarm account. So a heads up about that. Let's drop it on the screen. There you go. It's CryptoSlam.io. We'll be streaming on there if we're live later. And then definitely make sure you're following the Swarm_AI also on X. Man, I hope you guys have a great day. Live tomorrow, normal time, 9 a.m. Eastern time. And then again, Friday earlier, a little more interactive. Should be fun. Have a great day, guys. We'll see you later. Goodbye.